Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the match build-up and the opposition preview for Everton against Arsenal. And I have a special guest with me back on the channel again. The last time she was here was back in match week 2 when we were previewing, I think it was Arsenal West Ham and Everton West Brom or something, and she's back again. Rose from Now This Is Everton. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, how are you?
I'm very good. In terms of life and personally, I'm okay. But in terms of watching football and stuff, definitely not okay. You guys have been doing better than us. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions about your season so far and your upcoming fixtures. And I'm going to start with the season so far. Of course, you started with a good win away to Tottenham, and then we beat West Brom and was it Brighton at home,
I think, yeah.
5 and 4 goals, but then you dropped off away to Newcastle and Southampton. But recently, it looks like you've picked it up again, beating Leicester and beating Chelsea. So far this season, you've played 13, you've won 7. How's your season gone so far? Are you impressed with that? Did you expect to be higher or lower?
I'm really glad to be fifth. So we sit in fifth going into this next game week, and I just think that our wins have been like really close together. So we won a lot at the start of the season, and then we went in through a bad patch, and now we're winning again. So I think if our wins had been more spread out, I would say that we would be calmer as a fan, like as a group of fans. But because we have very good period and then very bad and now looking good again, I think it's just about the consistency for us. But I'm glad to be in fifth, in the Europa League space, like 13 games gone. It's pretty good.
That is higher than you expected, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was expecting maybe 6th or 7th this season. So.
Okay, so what has been your best result so far? Of course, there was Tottenham away. There's Chelsea recently, Leicester. Which one has been your best result? Best result and best performance. I know it can be two different things.
Yeah, I think best result, looking at it now, is Tottenham, definitely. Just because first game of the season, you never know what's going to happen. It was away from home. But best performance has to be Leicester. I think we didn't look like we were going to concede. So no matter how many times Leicester came at us, I mean, we just looked solid as a unit. Alan got injured, unfortunately, who's been great in midfield. But I think he's just been, they were just fantastic a couple of nights ago. So that's the best performance for me.
Yeah, so were Leicester that good, or are you surprised with how good you guys were? Because I didn't watch that game. I think it was the same time with Arsenal's game. Was it a case of Leicester being bad, or was it you guys being great?
I think a bit of both. I think defensively we were so strong. Vardy didn't. I think he had about like one clear chance. That was it. So we kept Vardy quiet. We kept Maddison quiet, who I was worried about. I was worried about them too. And so I think we were good. And then also, Leicester just didn't look the same team against Brighton when they beat them 3-0. So, I think it was both.
And what has been your worst result so far?
The worst, I would have to say probably the Newcastle game, just because I don't think we should have lost to them. Like, we were just so bad. Probably the worst performance was actually against United. Our defense, we lost 3-1. Our defense was all over the place. Just, we were so bad. And I really got worried, thinking it's another false dawn or whatever. But since that, we've picked up again. So, yeah.
You started that game so well, though. And it's not, to be fair to you guys, it's not only you. United have come back from behind away from home another 5 times. So they've been doing well coming back from behind at home. So the Newcastle one, I'd agree. They think you gave away a penalty in that game. Wilson, I think, kind of dived in that game, though. I think it was Andre Gomez or something. So, I picked up a 2-1 win. So for your upcoming fixtures, I can see Arsenal. You have the likes of United in the Carabao Cup. So how many points are you hoping for from those games I'm going to put on screen right now? Everton, Arsenal, Sheffield, Man City, West Ham, Wolves.
I think 9. I think Sheffield United one we have to win. West Ham, I'd be expecting to win at home. The tough ones, of course, Man City and Wolves. The Arsenal one as well. I mean, if I'm going into it completely objectively, I would expect an Everton win, just because You guys are in really poor form. I believe, So I just think I don't want to underestimate Arsenal, of course, but I do just think that on paper it's an Everton win, but anything could happen tomorrow, so we'll see. But I'm thinking 9 points, from those games, because Wolves and City will be really hard.
Surprisingly, these fixtures played around the same time last year. Duncan Ferguson and Ljungberg were in charge, and Ancelotti and ARTETA were in the stands, and the game ended up as a 0-0 draw. It was kind of Duncan Ferguson and Ljungberg wanting to end the season or the run with a draw or a point, and then Ancelotti and ARTETA coming in. The previous season, you beat us 1-0, Jagielka scoring. And I think the previous season we beat you 5-2, and then there was a 3-0 Lukaku scoring when we were competing for the top 4. So a lot of good games here and there. There was also a 6-1 draws back in 2009. How I wish we could score 6 goals against you guys again, but definitely not possible. We don't have the likes of Fabregas anymore. So let's get into who has impressed you most at Everton this season. Of course, Calvert-Lewin. Do you put Calvert-Lewin to his performances and his emergence? Was it because of Duncan Ferguson having trust in him?
I definitely think so. I think I was a little bit shocked. I think Carlo, maybe a year ago, said, "Oh yeah, Calvert-Lewin can be one of the best strikers in Europe," and I was just like, "Really?" I was a bit surprised at that. But I mean, obviously, he's instilling confidence into him. So Calvert-Lewin for sure. I think the new signings, Alan has been great, who I did mention is injured, unfortunately, for tomorrow's game against you, and probably sidelined. So I think, it's a tough one. Like the new guy, Godfrey, as well, from Norwich, has done really well recently. But I think consistently, I would say Calvert-Lewin, just because he's scored so often. I think he scored actually more times than your whole team. Is that wrong? No.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right.
You're right. Probably everyone else has done that too. We've not been scoring that many goals. So I've really been impressed with him. I've had him in my fantasy team since game week 1, and he gets himself into the right positions. Even against Liverpool, that header, there's always a chance with him. But I don't know, this game, I think we'll have to go with the back 5 in this game. If we don't, I think he's going to have a field day. I know the crosses are not coming in from the likes of Digne, and maybe James Rodriguez is also missing, but any cross into the box will probably struggle. So the next topic I wanted to talk about, obviously, is the starting lineups. What would be a starting lineup for the game?
So Carlo Ancelotti's actually said that Pickford is coming back in. Olsen played against Leicester. I think maybe Pickford had a little bit of a knock. So Pickford in goal. The back 4, I would keep the same, even though Seamus Coleman is back as well. I'd probably go with Holgate as right back, Keane, Mina as centre back, Godfrey on the left, and then I would play Doucouré just in front of them because Alan is out; he can't do that role anymore. And then I would say a midfield 4. I'd go Iwobi on the right-hand side in front of Holgate, Richarlison on the left. And then Gomez and Sigurdsson in the middle, and then Calvert-Lewin up front.
What's your creative sauce there? Is it Iwobi? Is it Sigurdsson?
Yeah, it would have to be. I think Iwobi, Sigurdsson, and Richarlison are going to have a really good game tomorrow.
Obviously, everyone usually has a good game. Against Arsenal, especially former players, Walcott, former Everton player, scoring against us the other day. If Iwobi scores, I mean, when was the last time he even scored a goal? I don't remember any Premier League goal he scored.
I actually looked this up before the thing. He's scored in August 2019 or something. Yeah, so it's a year and a few months.
Was it a header, right?
I think so.
I think it was a header at home. I think it was a home game or something, because I don't remember him scoring any other goal apart from Carabao Cup or something. So it's going to be really, really heartbreaking. So what is your weakness in your team? Do you have any weaknesses?
I am always cautious about the midfield. So Gomez and Sigurdsson are quite slow. So I think that is a concern. The fullbacks, I was worried about going into the Chelsea and Leicester games, but we managed to nullify them. So I'd still probably say those 2 areas are the weakness. That if Arsenal were going to get a win, then it would be probably down there that you'd get some joy.
Arsenal get a win. Wouldn't that be so nice for Christmas? It has been so long since we got a win. I don't know if you understand. If it was not for the Europa League, it would have been like 6 months since we last won a game, literally. So it hasn't been so good at all. So let's get into, what's the prediction before we get into the last topic?
I'm probably going to say a 2-1 Everton win. I think it will be close. I can't really see us scoring 3. I'd love to be wrong, but yeah, I can't see us scoring a lot. Probably 2-1. I would go with, yeah.
Who will score for you guys?
I'd say Calvert-Lewin and Iwobi. Why not? Iwobi.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? That would be that would be so terrible. By the way, Rose does some amazing watch-alongs on our channel. Now This Is Everton. So if she's doing one for that, and the Iwobi scores, I'm going to get on. Then I'm going to have a run. So look out for that one. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. And then the last topic, let's get into the combined 11, and we are going to start with the goalkeepers. That's Leno, Olsen, Pickford, and Ranasson. Who's the better goalkeeper?
I would say Leno for consistency. I think Jordan Pickford on his day is great, like his distribution, his shot stopping, but his mistakes, like I can't ignore that. So I'll go with Leno. If
you were to like have the attributes, like 20 attributes, and try to compare, they're probably very similar. Like in terms of penalty saves, I think Pickford has more than Leno. Aerial balls, I think they're both all over the place. Kicking, does Pickford have a good kicking, or is it poor?
Yeah, no, it's quite good. His distribution is one of his strengths, I would say. So yeah.
Awesome. So you're going for Leno in goal. Then you're going to play a 4-4-2. Left back, Tierney. Godfrey has been playing. I don't even think Godfrey is a left back, is he?
No, he's a centre back, so he's doing really well.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on current form,
Tierney and Godfrey?
Yeah, on current form, I could probably make a good argument for Godfrey, but I'm just worried that there's going to be no Arsenal players otherwise. So I'll go with Tierney.
You know, I'm going for him because he's a more natural left back, and his crossing is very, very nice. I'm not sure about Godfrey going forward, but obviously in current form, you'll have 11 players out of 11. So yeah, let's try and be nice to any Arsenal fan trying to watch this. So, and what about if Digne is fit? Would he be straight in?
Yeah. If Luca Dean was fit, he'd be straight in, but he's not. So.
Okay, and then right back position, Holgate, Bellerin, Niles. Who's the better one?
Holgate for me. Defensively so strong. Got a goal against Leicester as well. So yeah, I'm a Holgate all day.
I don't even have to agree with that. The people in the comments will agree that if I put Bellerin here, they'll start like, Bellerin, why did you put Bellerin? I didn't make an argument for Niles or anything. So I agree that Holgate has been better for me. Even scored a goal the other day, although it was supposed to be a Calvert-Lewin goal, though. It was a very good save from MIKEL. So I think I'd agree with that. And then the centre backs, you have the likes of MIKEL, Keane, Yeremina, Luis, Gabriel is out. So Holding, who'd be there? Who'd be your centre back too?
If Gabriel wasn't suspended, he'd be straight in, probably next to Michael Keane. But I think, again, Luis, just with the mistakes, I think Keane and Mina probably have to go in based on the fact, 2 clean sheets and everything. And yeah, so.
Before you guys signed Yeremina, I think it's the 2018 World Cup, he was so threatening from corners. I don't know if he's still threatening right now, but he was so good from corners. So I agree with that. Luis full of mistakes. Last season, he broke a record for the most penalties given away in a season 5. So that's not a person you'd want in a combined 11. And then center midfield, who would be the 2? We have the likes of Ceballos, Shaka suspended, so Ceballos, Elneny, Doucouré, Andre Gomez. Of course, Alan is out.
Yeah, Doucouré, I think, has to go in for his presence.
Yeah.
And from Arsenal,
Niles?
Yeah, Maitland-Niles, I would say, because, I think, Yeah, I mean, I just play him. He's so versatile. That's what I like about Ainsley and Maitland-Niles. And I've seen him like in the FA Cup game, I think, in the FA Cup win. He looked really good then. So yeah, I'd probably put him next to Decore.
Would you sign Niles? Did you take him to Everton?
Yeah, probably as a long-term replacement for Seamus Coleman, because he's quite young still, isn't he?
For 25 million?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably a bit less. I'd get Marcel Brands haggling for him.
Yeah, I mean, you guys paid like close to 50 for Iwobi, so it seems like money is not an issue at Everton.
Yeah.
So, if Alan was there, it'd be straight in.
I think so. Yeah. I think. I don't know. See, I've not seen too much of Thomas Partey at Arsenal. I have his former club, but yeah, I think on current form, Alan would have to be in. Yeah.
So Doucouré is a player I would have wanted at Arsenal, so I agree with that. So Doucouré, Niles, and then right wing Pepe. Who plays right wing for you guys? Iwobi has played there. He's played on the left, Richarlison. So you're going for Richarlison ahead of Pepe, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think he's a fight. I think you guys have a player. Then you have another Brazilian just like him, but he's not the same. What happened to Bernard? I was watching the game that they played in 2014 and lost 7-1 to Germany at home, and he was playing in that game, I think, and he looked very, very good, even though they lost that many goals. What has happened to him?
Yeah, I think the Premier League just isn't for him because, he's not a player when, you're losing away at Burnley. You don't want to bring Bernard on. He's no physical presence. Yeah. He looks great when you're 2-0 up at home, and comfortable, but he's just not a player that's going to change the game, unfortunately.
I'd have to agree with you. And then so on the left, you're going for Saka?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So Iwobi, I do have to say Iwobi's been very good lately, which is a bit worrying for you guys, but yeah, Saka. I really like Saka.
I'll put that question in the comment section, Iwobi or Saka, because I've seen him playing very well in the last few games. But yeah, I think that will be like a clean sweep. Let's see. Let's hope a few other fans vote. Up front, Aubameyang, Calvert-Lewin, Lacazette. Do you have a backup striker these days?
Tosin. So not really. No,
Tosin,
we have
he's been out on loan. Wasn't he out to Turkey or something, Tosin?
Yeah, so he's currently still here. He was at Palace. Then I think, he did have a spell in Turkey, and now he's back. I really don't rate him, so it has to be Aubameyang and DCL.
I think I have agree with that. Lacazette, have you been impressed with him?
I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's happened.
He's been awful. Like chances, he's been missing chance after chance. And if you check the last 7 years, the top 10 strikers in terms of goals, he is part of that, and Aubameyang is part of that. So you have to wonder what happened all of a sudden. The likes of Lewandowski are still scoring, but then they just hit a brick wall. Especially Lacazette, it's been since last season. So I don't know. So how many Arsenal players did we get in? Leno, Tini, Saka, Aubameyang, Maitland-Niles, and how many are you convinced from those Arsenal players, and how many were you like? I know you're like with Saka and Iwobi. How about Aubameyang is a definite yes?
Yeah, Aubameyang still. I mean, I know he's not in very good form. He scored against Southampton though, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, I'd always have Aubameyang, I think, just because he's so good. Hopefully not tomorrow, but we'll see.
Niles is also definitely yes for you.
Yeah, I think ahead of Gomez, Tom Davis. Yeah.
Awesome. So that is 6 Everton players and 5 Arsenal players, and in current form, you cannot argue that they've just kept 2 clean sheets back to back. So there's also an argument for the likes of Godfrey. And then last question for you: if you're an Arsenal fan, would you be ARTETA in or ARTETA out?
I think at Arsenal, there's just a lot of things. It's been years, hasn't it? So there was Wenger out, then Emery in, Emery out, and I think it's the bigger picture. It's just, and now we're Arteta in, Arteta out, and I just think it's the board. I've watched a lot of Arsenal channels, and it's the owner. It's just how the club's being run. You've got Socrates, is it, on 100K a week? So how are you ever going to get rid of him? So you can get rid of Arteta and bring another guy in, and there'll be a bounce for 6 months, just like there was with Arteta. But will it change in the long term? I don't know. If Arteta, though, if he loses against, I think you've got Everton, then you've got Chelsea, then you've got Brighton. If he loses 2 out of 3, or even 2 out of 3 of those games, they might have to start looking at it because it'll be nearly January. So I don't know. What about you? I mean,
you guys,
I don't know.
You guys recently have had since Moyes, I think you've had Koeman, you've even had Sam Allardyce, you've had the former Watford coach, what is his name again?
Silva.
Marco Silva. So all those coaches, has it been a good thing for you? Would you prefer one manager?
One manager, because all the managers bring their own players in, and then the other manager doesn't want them, then they're still here. And we've got the same thing. We've got some players on very high wages that we can't get rid of, like Balassi, for example. He's not in the squad, but he's still here earning 70k a week. What about you? Are you Arteta in?
Yeah, I am, because the players that we have, they're not good enough. Of course, there's a couple of times it's made like a change of sub, and I'm like, really, why would you do that? And then, of course, starting the likes of Bellerin and Shaq every day when they're playing very poorly, the likes of Willian, you have to wonder why. But I'm definitely at in because we have no creative midfielder. We would do it the Iwobi right now. We've played against the likes of West Ham. If we had even someone like Yarmolenko from there, we'd totally be a different team. So I think we are the only team like in the whole of England that doesn't have like any midfielder at all that can score goals. Like, I don't think any of our midfielders scored goals.
Do you think? Sorry to interrupt. Do you think that Özil is a board decision? He's not allowed to play him. Do you think it's an Arteta decision?
It's not him. I think because he came to Arsenal and Özil was playing every single day, 90 minutes. They used to play together. They seem to get along. So I think it's a thing that comes from up. But for me, I'm not one of those who wants Özil to be back anyway, though. I feel like it's too much drama. Like the China thing, I think the Ghanasaurus thing, I know being attacked by fans, it's not his problem, but all those stories with Özil, I don't think we need any more of those stories at Arsenal. But definitely it's better than the likes of Willock as of now. So at least would have been in the 25-man squad. But I don't think like if he was there, we would have been like 4th or something. No, I don't think so. So yeah, my prediction for the game will be a 1-1 draw, and that is just a hopeful prediction. I don't think we'll win. The last 5 results, there's been a 2-1 win for Arsenal, a 2-0 win for Everton, or 1-0 win for Everton, a 5-2 for Arsenal, and I think a 0-0. So it's like tied. I actually did a previous, and then it's tied. The last 10 games, 4 wins for Arsenal, 3 wins for Everton, and 3 draws. So thank you for coming on, Rose. Where can they follow you?
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. My Instagram, so I'm only on Instagram and YouTube. So my Instagram is Now This Is Everton, same as my YouTube, the same handle.
Thank you very much. And will you be doing a watch along?
I will, yes, tomorrow on my channel, yeah.
Hopefully she'll not be celebrating any goals tomorrow with our Everton fans. So thank you for watching, everybody. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.